Well, all right, y'all. So welcome back to Love 24 Hours here, where we review content that can either brighten or enlighten your day. So look, y'all, I apologize to any of you who did not catch my last video. It was removed, sadly. It took me all day, y'all, to even get that video up, yo. Like I tried hard with that one. Maybe I probably shouldn't have called it what I called it because that probably was too obvious. I guess I don't know. But yeah, so I thought because I was playing it so light here that I wouldn't, that they wouldn't care, that they wouldn't have any eyes on the content. But I was wrong. So yeah, so my bad, y'all. But listen, so only thing I can tell you is if a video is removed here, then only thing I can suggest is that you go watch it on my Rumble channel. So yeah, so I mean it's nothing else I can say about that. Without further ado, you guys, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the video.
1122 1122 1122 1122 1122 1122 1122 1122 1122.
I need someone to just verify for me that this is actually real life right now. Like, this is real life. Okay, I'm awake. All right. Ow, fuck. Okay, I'm awake. It can still be a dream. Someone tell me if this is real life or not, because let me just get this straight. Over in Nevada, we had that thing happen in Nevada with the Elon truck. Okay, and then in Louisiana, we had that other thing happen that's kind of questionable. And Los Angeles is on fucking fire. LA's on fire. Okay? It's not gonna be the Gulf of Mexico anymore. It's gonna be the Gulf of America. And Canada is just gonna be referred to from now on as North Dakota. It's a week into 2025. And we are already cooked. Chat, we're cooked. I can't get out the car. Has this been hacked? What's going on? I feel like I'm in the movies. I'm in a Waymo car.
Connected to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
This car is just going in circles.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling from Waymo support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing some routing issue. Please bear with me while I am.
Yeah, I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy. Look at what it's doing.
I understand. I'm really sorry, Mike. We're currently working with the situation of the vehicle. Is it circling around a parking lot, right?
It's circling around a parking lot.
If you have your app pulled up, I need you to tap My Trip in the lower left corner of your app.
Can't you just do it? You should be able to handle it. Take over the car. You don't need my phone.
I don't have an option to control the car.
Oh
Mike,
my
I'm
gosh.
really so sorry about this.
Well, can you stop this car?
Over. I am trying to pull it over right now. Apologies.
Family, look what I discovered this time about hair. Hair acts as an extension of the nervous system. Keratin, the primary protein in hair, has conductive properties that may allow to interact with electromagnetic fields and subtle energy vibrations. But the most beautiful part is this one. Combing and grooming hair with intentions during sunrise or moonlight aligns the body energetic rhythms with natural cycles. Seeing the woman with a lot of metals in their hair, and now no one does it anymore. Look at this family. Hair in ancient Kemet was adorned with metals like copper and gold, believed to amplify energy and spiritual connection. And look family, these are the crystals in hair adornments. They are amplifiers of intention and energy. It's time to learn more about your hair. It's here family, Kemetic app.
Boston, downtown Crofton. Check this out, man. Satellite just fell out of the sky.
Would you believe
Satellite just fell out of the sky, y'all, in Boston, downtown Crossing. Y'all spread the word, man. Satellite just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, fell out of the sky.
OG said it fell right out the sky, y'all.
No, it's not like
Right here, I got it. It's right here.
Probably just now in this
Look, check it out.
satellite. It is right on the coast.
There it is, y'all. Canada.
Sky, right on.
Canada. Uh-huh. Look at that, y'all. There it is. Look at that.
Before you were born, your soul had a cosmic meeting with a bunch of advisors. Kind of like a spiritual planning committee. Over celestial coffee, you all mapped out your soul contract. A life blueprint detailing the experiences, lessons, and epic plot twists you'd encounter on Earth. Your soul contract is packed with interesting stuff. It includes agreements with other souls, your future besties, family members, and even those people who annoy the heck out of you but teach you patience. It's all part of the grand plan to help you evolve. Your talents and gifts are your soul's party favors, unique abilities linked to your past lives. Maybe you're an amazing artist or a natural healer. These talents help you rock your purpose and add a little sparkle to the world. And then, there are your goals, those life milestones that make your heart sing. Whether it's becoming a top chef, a motivational speaker, or the world's best dog trainer, these are aligned with your soul's deepest passions. But here's where it gets fun. Free will. Your soul contract isn't a strict itinerary. It's more like a choose-your-own adventure book. Sure, you got a roadmap, but you decide which routes to take. Maybe you're destined to meet a certain someone, but it's up to you whether to swipe right or left. Free will keeps things spicy. It means your life is a dynamic dance between destiny and your choices. You can take detours, learn from missteps, and make choices that shape your journey. It's about co-creating your life with the universe.
Do you know that a clove can help stop and prevent a cold, a sore throat, a toothache, bad breath? I'm a dental hygienist, I'm a mom, my kids get sick, we get sore throats, we get toothaches. Did you know that cloves are antibacterial, antiseptic, analgesic? And if you have bad breath, put a clove in your mouth, suck on a clove, they taste pretty good. If you have a toothache, put the clove right over the area that's bothering you, and it will numb the area. Of course, go see your dentist, but this is gonna help alleviate some of the pain in the meantime. Another thing you can do is take 4 to 5 cloves, put them in some tea, steep it in hot water for about 4 to 5 minutes, add some honey, and you've got yourself a powerful anti-inflammatory antioxidant tea. Cloves are a powerful ingredient to have in your home for so many reasons.
Y'all like to dance, come do the cha-cha. Shorty Spanish, so she like to call me Papa. In fact, everything I do, call it Flocka. All they do is company, I call them Rocker.
You don't know what the fuck sleeping is anyway. I mean, what is sleeping? You shut your eyes, you shut off, you don't exist in this plane, and your consciousness goes somewhere else. Like, literally, you have no memory of a giant chunk of your day, and we have no problem with it, and yet we don't connect it to any other realm or the idea of there being other dimensions. You go into another dimension when you go to sleep, okay? You do. You just shut off. You stop. And for all intents and purposes, you are in another dimension. And if while you're in that other dimension, your brain is being pumped with this psychedelic chemical that when you take it when you're sober makes you have these incredible experiences, it just seems like a normal thing to look into. Like should be looking into that. Like what is happening when you're sleeping? You go away. Yeah. And everybody's just so used to it. They're like, no big deal. We just go away. Just go away for 8 hours a day. You know, everybody's scared to die, and no one's scared to fall asleep. You're shutting off, man. You know you're going to be back, so you're not worried. But you're shutting off. Whatever that is, you know, is just accepted. If sleeping didn't exist, it would be the craziest fucking thing. If all of a sudden you told people that they had to shut off for 8 hours a night and just completely not be aware, they'd be like, what are you talking about?
The depths of the Tartarian manuscripts, we find a worldview so intricate, so layered, that it defies simple understanding. The Tartarians believed that reality was woven from hidden forces, an interconnected network of magnetic, electric, and spiritual energies bound to elements and resonating with cosmic bodies. What you're about to see goes beyond knowledge. This is an invitation to glimpse the inner architecture of existence itself. The Tartarians described the mind as a magnetic field, a living force, reaching beyond the brain like the pull of a magnet, attracting frequencies tied to our desires and fears. They wrote that this magnetic field of thought was a potent force, shaping not just perception but reality itself. Thoughts were not passive, they were active, vibrating and attracting like magnetic pulses, binding our inner world to the outer. They described the heart as both electric and spiritual energy, the core of life's vital force. Every heartbeat was an electric pulse sending waves through the body and beyond. But the Tartarians claimed that the heart's electric field could align with cosmic energy, drawing power from stars and planets. This resonance, they believed, amplified physical health and spiritual strength, making the heart a gateway to divine connection. The Tartarians saw fire as more than an element. It was the essence of willpower and transformation. Fire, they believed, was the alchemical force capable of transmuting thoughts and desires into reality. They spoke of an inner fire within each of us, igniting willpower and manifesting intentions. By aligning with fire, they learned to transform themselves, channeling raw desire into disciplined action, merging thought, emotion, and energy into a refined, potent force. Earth, to the Tartarians, was the element of grounding, stability, and physical manifestation. They believed that each action taken on Earth sent out resonant frequencies, like ripples in a pond, that returned in kind. Earth's energy, they claimed, was the canvas for thought, will, and spirit. By harmonizing with Earth's frequencies, they brought their ideas into physical existence, transforming intangible energy into material reality. The Tartarians believed each planet carried a unique frequency, affecting the human body and mind. By aligning their energy with these planetary forces, they could harness influences: Jupiter's expansion, Mars's strength, Venus's harmony. They saw planets as reservoirs of energy, each capable of enhancing different aspects of life. Planetary resonance, they believed, fueled growth and empowerment beyond earthly limits. In the Tartarian worldview, all elements, air, water, fire, and earth, wove together to create a seamless tapestry. Each element bound to the others by invisible threads, magnetic and spiritual. They saw elements as living forces, each one contributing a vital aspect of reality. Air carries thought, water embodies emotion, fire ignites will, and earth grounds action. All interconnected, shaping reality like threads in a cosmic web. By understanding these connections, they believed they could master life itself. To master these forces, the Tartarians practiced elemental alignment, a process of tuning their personal energy to resonate with each element. This alignment allowed them to amplify their connection to physical and spiritual realms. Through elemental alignment, they achieved balance within, becoming vessels for pure forms of thought, emotion, action, and willpower. They became, as the manuscripts describe, living embodiments of nature's forces. These practices were powerful alone, but the Tartarians believed they could unlock deeper mastery through specific sound waves. They wrote that sound was the bridge connecting mind, body, and cosmos, amplifying their connection to hidden forces. To experience these same sound waves, click the link in our description. These are the authentic Tartarian frequencies, preserved and available only here. Discover the vibrations that empowered an ancient civilization and unlock the hidden forces in your own life.
Hey, everybody clap your hands. They not like us. I took a pocket, hey. They not like us. I took a pocket to pay, check it for, hey. You a rapper, young whippersnapper. You ain't been through nothing. Have you ever had to leave the studio cause your sugar got low? I got gout in my pinky toe. Hey, did you hear what I said? I took a pocket to buy. I got gout in my pinky toe. You a rapper, young whippersnapper. You can't be me. I got a bad bladder. Every 30 seconds, I got to pee. Hey, I see you trying to date these women. Hey, I see you trying to date her. They don't want you. They want an old school, cause I change the alternator. Hey, you a rapper, young whippersnapper. I take it for pole. Hey, are you a rapper, young whippersnapper? I take it for
They were making homemade Doritos, which is the healthier version of this purple bag. If you actually take the time to look at these ingredients, it's terrible for you. It's full of artificial flavors, MSG, it's high in sodium, and so much more. So without further ado, let's make these Doritos without the poison. First, you need garlic powder, organic paprika, black pepper, organic chili powder, onion powder, organic light brown sugar, and put a little bit of sea salt on top. The exact measurements and ingredients will also be down below. Once you got all your seasoning, make sure you mix it up until you don't see any more clumps. And now it's time to cut up your chips using corn tortillas. It doesn't really matter the size, but I just cut mine to look like Doritos. Now once you're done, it should look something like this. Now I ain't gonna lie, I made way too much, but these are actually really good, so I ain't tripping. Next, y'all, we gonna cook it with avocado oil because it's way healthier than most other cooking oils. So fill it up, and now it's time to cook your Doritos. These turn the chips pretty fast, so make sure you keep an eye on it so it doesn't overcook. It should have this golden brown color when it's done, but the best part about this is that you can cook it however you want to. Now it's time to add that seasoning. Now me personally, I like my chips full of flavor, and now it looks like it came fresh out the bag. And for the taste test, it's a 10 out of 10, without all the harmful ingredients the original comes with. And yes, your fingers will still have that chip powder on it.
They benefit from calling us black.
So why can't we use that same term?
No, you know why? Because legally, right? Legally, by law, the Negro Act of 1740, literally it says that blacks, Indians, African Americans, and Africans, those are all terms for slave chattel. If you identify as black, African American, African, or Indian, or Negro, you're property, and you are property of the United States Corporation. That's why when you are born, they give you a social security number. That is your barcode. And as soon as you sign that birth certificate, you are handing your child over to the state, which means that's why they can come and take your child if they don't like how you're treating your child. It's the same thing with a vehicle. When you register a vehicle, you are handing it over to the state. That's why they can come and put a boot on your head if you park in the wrong spot, because it's theirs. That's why they can lock you up and throw away the key, because you are theirs. So the only way to get out of that is to claim a nationality. Our last label, our last term that actually holds weight is Moors. In 1492, when they took our shit and we lost that war and we lost everything, we were identified as Moors. Look up the Peace and Friendship Treaty. That's all I'll say.
Misuse, negative thinking, negative speaking, expressing anger, contracts. Fear gives birth to anger, not vice versa. Fear is the form or action of contraction. Love is the action of attraction. Through our anger, our frustration, our anxiety, we close this center. From the time we are here, and here, and become almost powerless. So when you decree a thing from here, that thing is to be. See? And the reason I pointed out the fact that when baby cried, mama gets up. Mama doesn't say, well, I'll be in there in a minute. No, you won't. Because baby give you another blast. And you got to get up. You have to get up. Okay? That's what you're supposed to be able to do with your words of power. When you need something, want something, desire something, proclaim it, decree it, and declare it. And so it is. Unless this is closed and clogged and dripping with dead energy instead of revitalized energy. Therefore, the techniques of opening the throat chakra are very important for us all.
Because people think that, my mind, and I say the mind, I go, yeah, well, they say the mind like there's one single entity. There's a big mistake. There are two minds that work together. They're interdependent. I have the conscious mind and what is called the subconscious mind. Each of them has a different function and a different way of understanding life and responding to life. So let's start with the conscious mind. That's the latest evolution of the brain. It's right behind your forehead, a lobe of brain called prefrontal cortex. This is the seat of consciousness. I say, well, what is consciousness? I said, well, that's your personal life, your personal identity. That's where your spirit enters into your biology, is through the creative conscious mind. Creative is the emphasis. The other mind, which was here long before that, was called the subconscious mind, and by its definition means below consciousness. Things that the biology is controlled that you have no control over. What's your pH in your blood? What's your temperature of your body? What's your respiration? All of these are controlled by the subconscious, and the subconscious is 1,000,000 times more powerful a processor than is the conscious mind, okay? So I say, so what's the point? The subconscious mind's not creative. Subconscious mind's got programs. It's a hard drive.
The best part about being famous, I guess when people like you, it just gives you good self-esteem when people appreciate your music. Oh, well, you hear that? That means things are starting. Huh?
Why won't get the $1 million bear march?
I was.
Are you worried? Why not?
Okay.
Why does it never start in Hollywood? Don't get first wife and marry an actress.
Huh?
You are now being a white man.
Oh, well, you know, I'm just working hard. I'm just working hard.
But you've had an amazing start. You are the biggest star right now. What does that feel like?
Oh, well, you know, this Men in Black was huge, and people really enjoyed it, and I had the music with it. You know, it just feels good to have everything come together like that.
The people y'all refer to as sleep, or the ones that lack self-awareness and stuff like that, y'all gotta understand there is a rubric, there is a script, there is a program that they have to abide by. You feel me? Their spirit cannot process the information you are giving them. And how does that manifest? It manifests as, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, this person is crazy. And it's not necessarily them thinking that, it's just they're not vibrating at a level high enough to process that information. It's kind of like when you're playing a video game and the video game has to go by a certain script and it has to go by a certain narrative in a storyline, and there's really nothing you can do to alter that unless you like add mods to the game. It's like you're at a certain level in a video game and you quite literally cannot go into the next level until you unlock it, until you acquire the things that's necessary to unlock these things. This is why when you explain something to somebody and you could lay it out in the most simplest terms, you could lay it out in black and white, and they still don't understand or they still reject the information, it's because their program is not designed for them to process that information. Just like if you're in a video game, if you're at level 2, the program is not designed for you to access level 5 until you get to level 5. This is why, when, especially with people who have no knowledge, no intellect, no wisdom in regards to the topic you're talking about, and they just retaliate with, oh, you're crazy, and they have no experience in these fields, that is part of their program. That is like, they cannot operate, they cannot give you a different dialogue. This is where the term NPCs come up. Y'all gotta understand, a lot of these people are on autopilot. You know, and I know this is probably not y'all's first time hearing this, but these people are like filler characters in the movie. They're only there to make this shit appear real. This is why you'll see people out here with no common sense, or you'll see somebody do something or say something, and you're thinking to yourself, what would make you think or say or do something like that? And it's all just a part of their program. It's all to make this experience seem more real than what it actually is. See, we are governed by a Saturnian system, Saturn, you feel me? We are water molecules that became dense enough to have physical avatars. That's why when you hear the word saturation, notice the word Saturn is in it. And what is Saturn? What is saturation? It's retaining water, you feel me? Because the universe isn't anything but vibration and frequencies. It's nothing but water. So the more you ascend, the less dense you become. You feel me? Air is just a less dense version of water. Their mind, body, and soul, aka their water cycle, is too dense. It's too shallow for them to process and grasp this information. Because your certain state of mind governs the flow of your blood. And blood is just a more dense version of water. If you think negatively, your blood is going to flow in a certain way. If you think positively, your blood is going to flow in a certain way. Hence, your body is 75% water. You feel me? The earth is 75% water. You feel me? You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. The planet Earth is governed by Saturn. Saturation. You can't spell saturation without Saturn. Saturation means to retain water. And we all have our own water cycle and water flow. And this is why these people can't grasp your information. And one way you can understand your specific water cycle is through your birth chart, through astrology. You feel me? Because astrology, it quite literally tells you your flow, your currency, your frequency, your vibration. You in the infinite pool as a little raindrop, being this one human being. Notice how the field of astrology in the zodiac is governed by the sign Aquarius. What planet rules Aquarius? Saturn. Saturn in astrology also governs society. And what are most of these NPCs running off of? Societal expectations. What society says is right and wrong.
Do people like us yet?
No.
Hi, I hope you're having a fantastic day. What can I help you with? Oh, shit. Never been here before.
Well, that's just the thing. You can find all things with Bing. We are more than a search engine. We are an engine that searches
Google.
Yeah, Google is the leading search engine in the world, and it was founded in...
You know what I mean. Take me to Google. Get me up out of here, man. Take me to Google now.
Right through that door is...
Given all the cars that you're going to make, and I hope Ron's right, whether it's 10 million or 20 million, you're going to need a lot of charging stations around the world.
Yes.
Have you thought about doing it more efficiently and more economically and better for our ecosystem from an ESG perspective? Because you may or may not know, there are 400 million existing streetlights in the world. And every streetlight has pervasive, persistent electricity. You could take some amount of those streetlights, which are half owned by utilities and half owned by cities, and repurpose that. And that would probably be the most cost-efficient way to roll out millions of charging stations all over the world.
Well, thanks. I think they actually are using that idea in London and some other cities. But I think the long-term goal for our supercharger stations is that they all have solar, like Tesla solar and batteries at them, so that they are, as many as possible, are self-sustaining. That the supercharger stations generate the energy during the day, and then also have a localized battery pack so that people can charge at night. So that the Tesla supercharging stations would continue to function even in a zombie apocalypse. So, just never know. That's coming one day. We know it. It's just a matter of time.
So if you need a place, not just any place, I mean a safe space for you to hide your face, so you get grand peace. I hope it brings you peace. Go on and let it out. You won't be judged by me. Go on and cry. I'll say it again. Go on and cry. Go on and cry, and let the water fill up in your eyes. Go on and cry, 'cause it ain't healthy keeping all of it pent up inside.
What? Whatever you learned and believe, that's what happens. My colleague Ali Crum, her name is Aliyah, but she goes by Ali Crum, is a professor of psychology. She studies mindsets and the power of mindset. And here's the interesting thing. She's taken two groups of people. One group watches a movie about stress, the other group watches a movie about stress. The first group watches a movie about stress and learns all the true information about stress. It disrupts your memory, it causes deficiencies in decision-making, and blah, 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 all the terrible things that stress can do. The other group learns all the positive things that stress can do. Can activate your immune system, can sharpen your focus, can enhance your memory if it's done in the appropriate way, etc. Then you test people with a number of things like memory tests. You test their immune system. You do blood draws. You look at how much stress hormone they're making. Guess what? Whatever you learned and believe, that's what happens. They've done the same experiment with 2 milkshakes. Okay, you give one group a milkshake, you tell them this is a high calorie, high fat, high sugar milkshake, there's lots of nutrients in it. You give the other group a milkshake, you say this is a modest to low calorie milkshake. Then you have them drink the milkshake, you take blood draws and you look at the insulin response. You look at the amount of ghrelin, which is a hormone that's secreted in response to hunger. It makes you hungry, basically.
4 hertz is so
And guess
important
what?
in the CIA declassified documents, it clearly discusses that also as an extremely low frequency that can affect humans via mind control. But where do we know it from? From HAARP, High Active Auroral Research Project, which is an ionospheric modulation that can also lead to mind control. And the reason why it ties into my research is that when Clifford Carnicom and I did research on vaccinated and unvaccinated blood, the only difference that we found was when we used frequencies from 0 to 25,000 hertz, that the vaccinated blood had extreme sensitivity to 4 hertz modulation. So that is basically putting the brain into delta stage brainwave, which is your subconscious mind. And I have a colleague who is a targeted individual, and on functional EEGs in the waking state, he was found to have 4 hertz modulation in his brain. He's also injected with this nanotechnology through the shot. So what I'm saying is that there is a mind control grid right now going on the entire world that is not allowing people to really process certain information, and that's continuously programmed then via AI. So if I decide that how you're making your coffee today isn't really smart and it would like to make it differently, they can send a frequency back to your nanotechnology because it's bidirectional telemetry and actually make you things that you're not aware of and modify you in that way. Just like Dr. Robert Duncan from the CIA and DARPA has said, they can also hack your mind and your soul.
Watching this have probably seen the popular animated TV show Rick and Morty. A mad scientist named Rick decided to invent a machine to serve him butter. When the machine became sentient and realized that its entire sole purpose was to serve butter, it went into a depressive state. This is a good way to understand that Gnostic cruelty of physical existence. Rick's battery on his car, or fucking something like that. I'm gonna get the details of this episode wrong, but it's the gist. The battery on his car quit working, so he had to shrink himself down into a macrocosmic level to go into the battery. There was an entire civilization of living physical entities whose efforts and energy is actually what powered Rick's car. Rick pleaded with Morty and said, do not tell these people that their sole purpose is to power my car. It would create chaos. The living entities, the conscious beings within this reality, wouldn't be able to handle the brutal reality of their existence being for the sole purpose to power some dirtbag's fucking car. It would cause mass suicide. When Rick goes down there as an avatar, he's considered a god. This is obviously funny and humorous to watch for us because we know that that's a TV show and we don't have to worry about that. We live in objective reality, right? There's no way that we are a power source for an evil entity. It can't.
That is damn good.
These are the guys remodeling the kitchen. Had to feed them, of course. And yes, it's a go. They're trying gumbo greens right now. But they got the sweet potato cornbread, the 24 karat gold wings, mac and cheese. They're fully loaded. And they don't got much to say, so you get the vibes.
Yeah. By example, I guess.
Trust me. This is the sauce for everything.
Not the cornbread and the greens.
Yep.
I don't even want to talk. I'm about to call in. I'm like, I gotta go home.
Wow.
It's not too greasy. It's not too salty. It's the best. The best mac and cheese, hands down, all day.
Okay, he's going in for the wings.
Oh yeah. Is it fire in your eye?
That's sauce.
Nah, nah, nah.
All right, y'all. So that's all I have for you guys today. And so, yes, until the next video, you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night or evening or whatever. And until the next video, you guys, peace out.